people do these, and I'm like, I'm just gonna edit the screen here.
There is this. I think that was it. Yes.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, this will work. I hope everyone enjoys my live editing right now.
Right?
All right.
Live editing.
No,
Here
what I'm
on
doing like right here.
Twitch.tv/the
Here in the archives. Woo! So I figured this is kind of a good way to kind of start it now, because I feel like this will be fun to lead into Gears 5 to be like, all right, where do we want this one to sit?
It's like, where's the
Where are we
expectation
sitting
gonna
so
lie,
far?
right?
Because the expectations are mad low right now.
For real. All right,
Okay.
so speaking of which, I'm gonna actually do ourselves a solid. I'm gonna transition screens. I'm going to literally delete this game off my.
It will keep coming back. Try Head and Shoulders. It contains zinc pyrithione, which fights the germ that causes dandruff. And
what is that?
Oh, it's literally it's
just an ad.
It's like a commercial play. It's like,
all right,
Head and Shoulders. I'm like, where is that coming from?
Time to delete this game off my goddamn freaking Xbox.
Oh, he's going that far. That's powerful.
I am so done with this game. It's 117 gigabytes. There's no reason for us to have it. We're done.
All right. So to open this up, right? Here, so they put Gears 1 and then like the remake on there.
Yeah.
You see that?
I do.
So I can ranking.
So I don't know how we can rank them different, because like I don't know what the differences were. I'm gonna quickly do a Google search on it. Gears of War 1 versus Ultimate Edition. Same plot as the original style with visual upgrades and some stylistic changes. It adds ranking, 5 single player chapters.
Oh.
Which were exclusive to the PC version of the original game. What?
I feel like that deserves the same. That sounds like it's I mean, it literally says it's the same game.
Following changes were announced. Definitive Edition runs at 1080p. Reanimated cutscenes. 17 characters from Gears of War 3 in multiplayer, which I don't really care. New leveling system, don't care. 90 minutes. 5 chapters in Act 5 of campaign from the PC version of Gears of War. A new normal difficulty. Weird. I didn't know that they had something like that. Multiplayer game types, 19 maps. Added enemy spotting, multiplayer TACCOM sensitivity customizations from Gears of War 3. Okay. So it's like quality of life stuff. It's not even that different. So I think that we're completely safe to just do same ranking. Oh, I just realized you're not being heard. I'm really stupid.
That's all good.
There we are. All right, now you are being heard. I totally forgot about that. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't talking to myself. I was talking to Tima.
So how do we want to rank Gears 1?
So for me, I would definitely go for Gears 1 for me is either A or an S. I love Gears 1.
Okay. I'm gonna go S tier. I feel like in terms of the experience had in that game, I don't think it could top what has been done. Is that a good sentence? I feel like the experience we had in that has yet to be topped by any other Gears game.
Yeah, basically what you're saying is the experience was so high of a bar that everything else kind of like pales in comparison.
Because like the final boss was phenomenal, and I do enjoy when they give that easy way to defeat a final boss. So like,
but if we didn't have that way, I was gonna say if we didn't have that way of beating it, that thing would have been that would have been the war of attrition, because that boss fight is hard.
But you know what though? I like when a game does that. It's just like, hey, look, if you get kind of inquisitive enough with a game, you can find different ways to get around an enemy. I'm like, okay, like that is like a good tactic to take it. Not only that, I think enemy variety through the roof. from the shadows to oh my god, the glass rain. Like even though glass rain isn't like an enemy per
Yeah.
se, but just having it
The
where it's
krill
like
themselves.
between.
So
Yeah.
they had a lot of really cool ideas in Gears 1 right away. Like the locusts obviously are the locusts, like they're going to be the main bad guys,
Mm.
but then you have the krill, which they show up and insta kill you as soon as you even get touched by them.
So good.
It's
So good.
crazy. And then the razor
So
rain. What the hell is up with the razor rain?
and why has it not come back? Oh, and also Hammer of Dawn was like water. It was
Yep.
so easy to get and use that
Yep.
that Hammer of Dawn personal favorite. And of course, besides being the first ever Gears game, obviously it's also the Lancers introduced.
Yep.
Um, we get to know the crew. Like I think for good first interactions and with all these different enemies, yeah, I'm easily gonna give that S tier.
Yep. You also get the best
Um,
Nasher shotgun too, and then the hammer burst is an
oh true.
actual. I'm sorry. Yeah, the hammer burst is definitely a burst weapon instead of just a single shot.
Mm.
Like
And which they
freaking, the
didn't
game is so
fix
good.
until now. Like
That's right.
they
They didn't fix it
literally
until
were
4.
so good, and then they messed it up until 4.
Yeah. All right.
Um,
So
so
Gears
Gears
2.
2, right? Sequels are always tough.
They are.
What happened in Gears 2? I feel bad. Like
What
I don't
what
remember
happened
Gears
in
2.
so what happened in Gears 2 was um we were trying to locate the Locust Queen because we
Oh
were
yeah,
in the
she was
middle of the
bad.
big battle. And after
Yeah.
the first event of the first game, um, we realized that the locusts are way more dug into the earth than we gave them credit for. And
Mm.
we were trying to, and the entire
And
objective of the game was to wipe out the locust, so that we can finally end the war.
and I feel bad, man. What Marcus's buddy started
Marcus's
with
buddy, yeah, well,
Dom,
Dom's
his
wife
wife.
was, yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. I will say that was a sad gaming moment.
And then the
Um,
other thing too is the fact that the queen knew who Marcus was right away. So like
mhm.
there was also like that history, um, because
Yeah, that's
of
true.
his dad.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really get that until
Um,
Gears 3, basically.
yeah, so it's tough being the sequel, but also being the filler game. Good though. I remember at least having fun. Yeah, because
Yes.
once he said the queen, I was like, all right, she was bad, bro. Oh, that
Yep.
was she. She reminded me of Oh my god, now I can't remember any names. Rita Repulsa, Power Rangers,
Oh, yeah.
same design,
Yep.
kind of mixed with the Was it Zordon? No, not Zordon. Who was the really menacing looking guy that was with her too, who had like that staff?
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta Google
yeah. Shit. Yeah,
We're all googling Power Ranger villains.
Power
Oh, oh, oh!
Ranger,
I just saw him.
oh,
He's the
Lord
guy who looks
Zed.
like his meat skin.
Lord
Zed.
Zed.
Oh my god, yeah, it looks like Repulsa mixed with Zed. Like
But
that was a cool enemy
I will
design.
say, the way that they produced it, where the queen looked so human-like, it was kind of like
It
a
was weird.
weird, yeah, it was a slap. It was like a slap in the face a little bit for like being like, yeah. Um, turns out that the queen is more humanoid than you think, and the locust might be more human than you think too. So
Yeah, which I mean doesn't really make sense to me. I'm like, how is she the leader? Like we're assuming she's human-ish because in her appearance, but like why? I don't know why they went like the
they,
design of the armor and stuff is cool, but it is like that. Like I agree, it's kind of weird
I
that she looks human.
I will say the way that they produced the like the way that they had it with the torture pods, with
Yeah.
the torture pods with Dom's wife and all that stuff. Those things could be linked, and especially with now we have more evidence with Gears 4 that there could be a lot of links to Locust being like mutated people.
Yeah. Which, I will say, I guess that is kind of cool, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I think it makes more sense. Because it seems weirder that it's like they just exist below. I'm like, oh, we
Yep.
would have discovered this sooner, I feel.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Um,
don't remember how they like really describe the actual like what the locusts are, but I mean,
so
it seems like there's some sort of mutation of some sort because I mean they all have like they have different versions of themselves. Like there's like there's actual mutations of the locusts in each other
oh
in the
yeah, well,
rankings.
did we get the laminin in Gears 2 or 3? I think it was
2.
2,
We
wasn't
actually
it?
got the Lambent in Gears 2 as well.
That was kind of cool though.
Mm-hmm.
So Gears 2 ranking, are we going? I want to go B.
I
I
also
feel
would
like
probably put it
it was
in B. So
close.
here's my reason why I think that B is like the solid point. Just like we
Hmm.
mentioned with Gears 1, they nerf the hammer burst, and then they also
Badly.
heavily nerfed the shotgun in Gears 2. And
You think
not
so?
only that, oh, dude, the shotgun was. I never wanted to touch the shotgun, to be honest. The shotgun was. Was that the first game that they introduced the sawed off as well? I can't remember. Um,
Sawed off. I want to go with yes, because I don't think I remember Gears 1. I
Gears of
don't
War
think I remember
2
Gears 1.
guns. Gears of War 2 weapon.
See, I feel like this is. I really kind of like that we're doing this now, because I feel like this is a good refresher of everything we've gone over before we hit
Yep.
Gears 5.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so as far as guns, well, as far as weapons go for Gears of War 2, um, we got the introduction of the Gorgon pistol with the screamer dudes that like
Ooh,
bring
Gorgon
out
pistol
more
is
of
kind of
the
cool.
yeah.
Ooh, those
Um
are good enemies though.
oh, we also get the first introduction of the shield. The like the most broken thing in the game.
Oh yeah. But you know what? That was cool, but wasn't my favorite for Gears 2 because you could only use your sidearm with it.
That's
You
true
know,
until I
not
mean
until you,
obviously until Judgment, but like I get what you're saying.
until Judgment, yo. Mm.
And then let's see. So they also introduced the flamethrower, I believe. I don't remember if the flamethrower was in the first game.
Okay.
So
Both are
realistically,
feeling okay.
if I had to take if I had to like really like break it down as to like, you know, each individual weapon, um I mean, unfortunately my loadout was going to always be Lancer and like some sort of sniper or boom shot or the Hammer of Dawn if we had it. I didn't really care too much about getting the hammer burst. I didn't care too much about having the shotgun at all. And then the flamethrower, I mean, wasn't really
Also,
my cup of tea. So
found a problem here. Gears Judgment is not on this list.
wow, it
We're
isn't.
gonna
That's
use that for
crazy.
we're gonna use that first Gears one to represent Judgment. That's just
The pop
because then
figure one or Gears one.
no. Yeah, the Gears 1 all the way at the bottom here. Like, that's not on the
Jeez.
list yet. Because there's the remake up here, but then it's just like the first one. I don't know why it's a double. Maybe the person who made this meant to do Judgment. But,
Which, by the way, is kind of crazy thinking about that for a second because, like, if they don't have Judgment on here, but then they have the Pop Figure game and Gears Tactics, they're counting those two
someone forgot
games in the
something.
main canon compared to Gears Judgment, which is just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So
so
here,
yeah, I would say
I kind of want to add a
hard B,
challenge. I'll take a hard B on it. I
hard
want
B
to add an
on
extra
Gears 2.
challenge to this. Because I'm going to put,
Now,
obviously, we didn't play 5 yet, so I'm going to leave it there.
yeah,
I want to do this because I just thought of it now. Since we have enough categories of Gears games we played, no category can share 2 games. It's got to
Oh,
be
that's
one or
fine
the
with
other.
me. Yeah, let's go. I'm down.
Word. Okay.
Oh,
Gears.
wait, no,
You're
I'm
gonna use
not
this
down.
one as Gears
I'm
Judgment.
not down.
Sorry,
Hold
brother.
on.
Sorry.
Okay. No. I'm saying I'm not down because now we need to bump Gears 2 down to C.
Uh, mm,
Because
okay.
I
I'm
believe
I'm
I
gonna let that
believe
sit.
Gears 3 is better than Gears 2.
That's a big fact. All right, we want to put. Well, hold on. Gears Judgment over Gears 3 or Gears 3 over Gears Judgment?
Oh man, that's a tough fucking call, man.
Look, I have my opinion already because if I had to pick Judgment
I'd
over
probably pick
3,
Judgment over
that's all
3.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Judgment over
I
3.
don't think Judgment is bad at all, but I can say that the gameplay style, all right, maybe if Judgment toned it down the wave-based format, it would be kind of better, but I can't say that having, you know, I don't know, because I didn't really feel bad when Marcus's dad died. I wasn't too attached to him, you know? I feel bad, but
I feel bad obviously for that. I feel bad for dude, the one thing that we didn't even talk about with Gears 2 was the introduction to our wonderful truck driver.
oh my god, that's right.
Yeah.
Someone put it to B tier.
No, I don't.
No, oh, he was
I
so
would put
cool.
Gears 2 still below Gears 3 because Gears 3 had a lot
You
of
know what?
resolution.
Yeah. And Gears
Plus,
2, you know what they also had on top of once we got the truck driver? It was very cinematic driving and shooting at like the
yeah,
locusts and stuff. Like
yep.
that was really cool. So, but
Wait,
it's
which
got a
game was it?
bad
Which game was it that we rode the flying locust thing? Was it 2 or 3?
that was I'm positive it was 2.
If that's 2, then I
I'm
think
gonna
2
go
might be
2.
honestly, now thinking back on it, I think 2 might be better than 3.
Really?
I don't know, because the thing is, Dom's whole like story arc is so fucking sad, and like the way that
It
it
is.
comes to resolve in 3 is it's top notch. I love the fact that like we're still playing Gears and we're still remembering
Mhm.
Dom. Like he's never gone, you know?
Yeah. And not even just that too, Marcus as well. Like Marcus losing his dad, I think that was like one of the very few times we've ever seen no pun intended, but that chip in his armor
Mm-hmm.
where like that man cried. Like and I'm sitting here, I'm crying. I shed a manly tear and I'm like, you know, all right. Well, I'm going to put Judgment A tier. I think that is a comfortable spot. I think story was cool. Gameplay was great. Wave based, it was okay. As much as I really like it and we had a lot of like fun with it, don't think it could top Gears 1 though.
No, I don't think so either. I had the most gameplay enjoyment out of Gears Judgment, but I had more of a wonderful all-around experience with Gears 1 because we got to experience the crew instead of it being like, you know, it's Baird and a bunch of misfits because that's basically what Judgment was.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what though? They were enjoyable though. Like as the bunch of misfits, I think the way they approached it, I think was really organic compared to just throwing. Because I think that was a problem with Gears 1. Gears 1, they threw us Baird, and we're like, I don't care about this guy. He's like the least important person on my list of people. And then,
Yeah.
like, we get Judgment, and they give you all nobodies. We have Baird, and we have Cole. And that there was enough for us to go, okay, well, it's the same situation. We're like, all right, well, we like them, but I don't care about these other people. And then we get them, and you're like, oh, well, now I like you. Like, and
Yeah.
it's
Oh
that
man, I
constant
like
like
you
giving us.
now. I mean, all right, listen,
We need to be in the next
I
game,
think that
and then they weren't.
I think that Baird got a lot better as we got into Gears like 2 and 3. Obviously, that was the whole
Yeah.
reason why I think Gears 3 is better than 2, is because Gears 3 had like just a lot of storytelling for all of the main cast, and then also included some additional characters that they were trying to like do like the whole it's the new crew, but then they were kind of like, bitch, get out the way, it's the old crew, we're here, like, you know, that whole thing.
All right, I'm gonna place because I feel like with that
Yes.
being said, it's got to be Gears 3 above 2, and
Yeah.
D for dog shit. We're putting in Gears 4.
If I could put it in a lower tier, I would at this point, because that ending was so abrupt. I can't freaking believe that that was the end of the game that we just experienced.
I got you, bro. Watch this. We're gonna put it into
dog water.
we're gonna put into there's the never played and the wish I never played category.
I mean, all right. To be, we have to be fair about this assessment with 4. JD, Kate,
all right,
and Dell. Okay, let's go with the main characters. First things first. I think that the main characters are freaking stupid. I think that they're all dumb.
They're bland, bro. They're bland.
Dell was the only one that actually made me chuckle.
Yeah.
And
like,
we don't play as them.
Yeah. And the thing is, they're so bland that when you throw Marcus into the mix, I was like, dude, I'm sorry, Marcus, you got to go through this with us. It's like,
yeah.
I know it's your kid, but I more pity you that you have to be on the team. And you can't even play as Marcus. I would like to play as old man Marcus. I mean, here's the thing. I will say, in fairness of Gears 4, in terms of storytelling, yes, they do have to. At some point, you have to pass the torch in a franchise, because how long is this war gonna go on, and how many times are you gonna paint this story where like, oh, it's only been a year and we're still fighting, to kind of be like, all right. Like,
I mean, obviously it wasn't like,
war.
just it wasn't just like a year, It was definitely like that whole things were quiet on the Western Front with the with everything going on, and eventually it did become that whole, oh well, out of nowhere here comes this whole thing. Because the thing that we don't get right away, and actually we didn't even get it at all, other than just the one cutscene where Baird was talking about it, was literally, why the hell, out of all times, were we being chased down by these robots?
Yeah, and yeah, that's a good point. We never really got a resolve. We don't even get to see what happens with Jin.
Yeah,
who
Jin's just kind of like there
the entire game.
Yeah,
and literally Bear's just like, oh yeah, that's not on me. That's how Jin used the robots, and I'm like, I know that's not the explanation. That simply can't be, because we just spent 8 hours playing this game, and that's the explanation. Yep. It's literally Gears 4 kept doing the thing that's annoying when people write things, where they go, it's kind of like how I just said a sentence. I never specified things. It's, why being chased? We don't even know. Who's he? And then Baird shows up, and it's just, that's why she just did it. And I'm like, can I have one direct answer in this game? Just in general. Like, can I just have, like, anything at this point? Can I just not have this game of telephone or whatever? Like, it's a game of guess who. And I'm like, I'm kind of tired of guessing. Like, I'm not saying you have to hand me everything, but you got to give me something. The only bright side is, and this is the only bright side, they played this game decent enough that we were guessing one person. So when Barrett showed up, we were like, yeah, I guessed it was Barrett. And then Cole, and all right, you know what?
Well, the thing is that, like, we were expecting Baird, but we were expecting Baird for so many chapters, and the whole like payoff of, oh, thank God it was Baird, instead of like just being some random ass person, Like, imagine if it wasn't Baird.
If they didn't pull from Gears Judgment, like any of those characters, and it was just a dude, and they're like, "You don't understand. Before I teamed up with Dom, this was my guy." Like, dude, some guy from like Marcus's past, like we went to school for 2 years together. Like,
That would
it'd
literally
be
ruin
dumb.
everything that we were trying to go for, because like
I
obviously like
yeah.
the whole game itself has just been like it like you said, it just a lot of like it's just like teasing, and like the whole thing about why we're giving it such crap is like, yeah, you're teasing, but like you can't tease without like actually telling us what the payoff is. Like, I
Hmm.
don't know. I will say the main characters suck. The guns are good, except for the fact that the
Yeah.
enemies are goddamn bullet sponges.
Oh my god.
And my
Yeah, I love
god.
how in this whole thing we didn't even get to that part. It's just like, hey, you know what? The enemies fucking sucked. Like it's so good when you have a good gun because it feels rewarding to take down the enemy.
Right.
Not in this case.
Until
In
you
this case, it's just sad. It was just sad. They just
yep.
expended every bullet you had, and you were just like, okay.
You
You. It's not
literally
like
heard
a.
the word you literally heard the words suppressing, and immediately you're like, "Oh, well there goes my entire ammo." Because like
Yeah,
that's
like I might as well look for a crate while I can.
dude, the best part about like when we faced off against the boomers
Mm.
in Gears 1, like cuz it was the first time you see these guys are like boomers and grinders, I think. Actually, I think grinders came in second game, but like you meet the boomer.
Grind.
I'm going to look this up. Gears of War 1 enemies. Let's see. So,
Poor Gears
do you
4.
really just not want to give? Dude, I can't. It is pretty crazy, right? That like we literally just hate it. Um, let's see. So we
I
have
think this is I think this
Lambent.
is the
What?
first game I think we've ever played on stream that we legitimately hate.
I mean, I
Like I
can't
think
say
this is
hate. I just think that it was a
strongly
dislike.
dislike.
So strong
Yeah.
dislike. All right, so we
And I find
have
that interesting.
drones. We have drones, scouts, snipers, grenadiers.
Oh my god, the drones sucked. I hated the drones. The Guardians, when you first meet them, they seem like a formidable opponent, and you're like, oh yeah, I could get into this. I feel like after that, you're like,
Scouts,
yeah, I'm good.
snipers, grenadiers. Theron guards? What were the Theron guards? Oh, they had torque bows. Right. Krill,
Oh
boomers.
no.
Semi-common in all acts, none in Act 1. Yeah, boomers have boom shots. Okay, so yeah, so basically it's like I thought it was. So in Gears 1, you get boomers, and the
Mm,
boomers like
yeah.
show up and you're just like, "Oh shit," because that's like a big enemy. But the thing is, it's
Hmm.
doable to take it down. It's not something that's just like, "OMG, I have to like expend my entire clip of my gun, and then also on top of that, almost spend my entire like, my entire like ammo dump of my other gun just to take down one of them."
Because you know what it is? Boomers before
Yeah.
were if you the thing is when they sent them out with other enemies, you couldn't like the whole team had to divide their attention.
Yeah.
Um, but if you guys were all to form on the one boomer, lay into him, you could take him out. In this game, which we've just seen in this exact stream, where
Yep.
we all focused on one enemy and laid into him, and he kept going, and there's just no way. That's not
Yeah.
realistic.
So
I
so
mean,
as
look, I
far
mean,
I mean, a lot of people are going to if a lot of people ever want to like rewatch the VOD so that they understand like what the hell we're talking about. Like the
mm,
first stream we did of Gears 4 where we did nothing but the robot stuff. That was misery. Absolute
it was.
misery. Those robot enemies are horrible, and the guns are cool. I think that the guns that they produced were awesome, but the thing is,
Oh yeah,
the
agreed.
actual the damage output for some of those guns seems like you were hitting them with like peas instead of bullets.
I had one of the guys before one of the guys with the oh my god, the shoots the chainsaw, right?
Yeah.
I went to his face with an overkill, and I had what three clips in there or something, and I laid the entire ammo of that gun. This is a special weapon.
Yep.
It's called the overkill. Um, right into his like face, right in his face. Dude was licking the barrel, and nothing. I did not even phase him. I had to switch to my Lancer, lay into him. You were over on the other side laying into him, and then he died. And I'm
It's
like,
just not fair.
he doesn't have armor. He doesn't have. We've met enough enemies that are like bullet resistant stuff. We get an idea of how that works in this universe. There's just no way. I'm
No.
sorry, but there's just not.
If an
So
enemy like that enemy can take like 5 headshots from a sniper and still live, that's a bad design. Or not bad design, that's
going
bad
off of
coding.
that, did you want to break into Gears 5 or did you want to save that for a rainy day?
It's up to you, man. I'm totally down for doing it.
Yeah, I'm like, you call the shots. We did the tier list. We can start it up. Want to do
I
like
just want to
another
say
hour of some
one
Gears?
last thing about Gears 4 that we
Yeah.
have to we just have to address it. Like,
Mm.
this game tried so hard to play the nostalgia factor. And as much as it worked for us because we were like, oh, thank God we recognize Marcus and we recognize Cole and we recognize Baird,
Mm.
it didn't. The other characters around us didn't matter. The thing we were going after for the entire goddamn game, which
Oh my
was
god. Yeah,
Kate's
we didn't get to
mom,
that part.
no one cared. No one.
Yeah.
And that's the
Except,
problem
look,
is,
I will say,
except for Kate, of course.
no. The Marcus line was that one was good. I will say anything about the game is that the Marcus line is just like, we need to get you here. She's like, I don't need protection. He's like, no, but you need time. And I was like, that's a
Right.
really good line.
Yeah.
But the fact that not the characters didn't care in the game, they're literally sitting outside. It kind of looks like they're having a bit of a blast. Like they're just like, oh, when she gets out, how about we go back and do this? And then like she comes out crying, and then JD's like, oh, like if you just go back, watch the scene. Like JD just kind of looks up and he's like, oh, Kate's there. I'm like, you know she was in there. You know this is like a traumatizing moment. And like I mean, I did feel for Kate when she was cutting like her mother out of the whole thing. I was kind of like, all right,
Sure.
I see how
I
this
mean,
is,
you have to
I
have some
see
sort
how
of
this is
emotion in
sad, but
general. Yeah.
yeah, like the thing is, I see how it's sad, but I'm just not moved by it. Is the
No.
difference?
Yeah, 100%. I
So
agree.
I don't know,
It
but I guess that does
just
it.
poor
That's our
execution.
that. I like to call this our Gears tiers.
Yeah. All right.
Just
So
that.
Gears tiers for now at least. I mean, because obviously we're gonna rank Gears 5. We should
So I'm
um
yeah.
I was gonna say we should play Gears 5 and rank it, and then. But the thing is, obviously, it seems like if we're gonna do this whole thing of like, because right now it seems like we're doing the full ranking instead of just like where it belongs in the tier list. Because truth be told, I think that Gears 1 and Gears Judgment belong in S tier. But the thing is, I can't
That's a big
stack.
fact. That's a big fact.
It's
That's
crazy,
why I
dude.
had to bring that rule in because
Holy
Judgment gets
fuck.
S tier.
Yeah, dude, Tima, it's amazing how little I've heard of Gears Judgment at all, and that was one of the most fun experiences we had with Gears. Like crazy.
It's like enough people have said. I'm gonna go back and watch our VODs of that because I
Yeah,
guarantee in the beginning I said I don't know if I heard anything, but I heard mixed reviews. Like I heard it was
I
good
heard nothing.
and it
I
was
heard
bad,
nothing about this game.
and I'm
Zero.
like, so literally I'm like, ah, you know what? I guess we'll see what happens. Or maybe I said that for Gears 4.
Gears 4,
But
I heard
like
it was
literally,
bad.
I just feel like at this point I'm like, yeah, like look, if we could stack, yeah, easily Gears Judgment goes into S tier. That's not even a
Yeah,
question.
100%.
But I
Same thing with
definitely
Gears
think this
2 and
is a
3
good.
stacking too.
Yeah, I would say that's fair. I feel bad giving Gears to the lower list, but I did feel bad with Marcus's dad dying. Wasn't fully moved
Well,
by it, but I was like,
Well, it's because
Marcus
of
has
the
been
fact that
through
we put it
enough.
in tier. So we put it in the letter tiers. If we just changed it to
Yeah.
like this is our ranking, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm.
Then I would say that would look a lot better than saying like this is an S tier because like for me an S tier game is something that you have like the most fun and the most like replayability for, and that was by far Gears 1 and Gears Judgment. But the thing is, like
Well,
Gears, but like I think that in this sense, people just need to look at it. If we ever post this, people need to look at it as not the letter ranks; it's the number ranks of like this is our top game that we thought of, and blah
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
I'm definitely gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold off on saving it right now. I think when we finish Gears 5, we should reevaluate this entire thing and then do not just how we did it now, but also stack. Be like, okay, yeah, this is easily best replayability, best weapons, best gun. Like, kind of go from there, kind of like a two piece.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take
Ooh.
the tiers
Yeah.
off here.
Wait, Tima, we need to do this for
Actually,
Halo. We need to do this for Halo.
I already thought that we do need to do it for Halo.
Can we do it now?
Because
I want to do it for Halo.
do you want to do it now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Oh
Then
man.
I'm gonna have to switch to here. I'm gonna switch to my stream opener.